What was that? What was that?
Joseph headed out on what was supposed to be a chill fishing trip with his buddy, just expecting a calm night by the water. But once it got dark, things took a wild turn, and suddenly he was in serious danger.
Out and grab my rod because the freaking branch pulled it out. I knew that was gonna happen. Oh yeah, we out here. Camp Cray. That's a bass. Ooh, yeah. Let's see if I can get this in there. That kind of, it wasn't big, but.
Oh yeah, he's gonna get it.
Yep. Oh man. Oh, this is just like a dang shanty. And you just pop this. Pop that. No, that's it.
The tent is up, bro.
After a full day of fishing, the two of them kicked back in their tents for the night. Everything seemed pretty quiet until Joseph suddenly woke up to some strange noise right outside his tent.
I just woke up. I heard something like a weird noise. What the hell is it?
Loud growls sent shivers down his spine. Out of nowhere, a bear started pushing up against the tent, making it shake. With his heart racing, Joseph grabbed his weapon, bracing himself for whatever was about to happen.
First. What the?
The woods suddenly went completely quiet. Thinking the bear had taken off, Joseph cautiously stepped outside to see what was going on around him.
Got no idea where that thing went. I just started a big fire. Make sure he don't come back, hopefully. No idea.
At first, he thought everything was clear, so he lit a fire, hoping it would keep the bear from coming back. But then, out of nowhere, he started hearing noises all around him.
I might sleep in the freaking... What was that? I just heard something. I might sleep in the damn truck tonight.
Before he could get a good look at what was out there, the video suddenly cuts off.
Hearing something out there now. What the hell is that?
Some viewers are convinced it was just a bear, while others think Joseph might have come face to face with something way more unsettling, like a skinwalker. What do you think really happened out there that night? Minnesota, known for its snowy forests and quiet, peaceful nights, has been anything but calm lately. Locals have started talking about strange, loud roars echoing through the darkness, and some even claim they've seen a massive shadowy figure with glowing red eyes. The rumors picked up steam, and a TikTok user named Jesse decided to check things out for himself. On the night of December 2nd, 2024, while he was asleep, a deep, guttural roar suddenly jolted him awake. His heart was pounding as he sat up, completely confused by what he'd just heard.
Coming down, man. I got something screaming down there. I don't know what this is, man. Something screaming down there, man. Hello? Where are you? Show yourself right now! Something real big, guys. What the?
The noise seemed to be coming from the dark woods that stretched up the mountain. As wild as it sounded, he decided to follow it alone. As Jesse walked deeper into the forest, he started recording. That's when he caught something on tape. Branches snapping in the distance, echoing through the trees like whatever it was getting closer. Terrified, he ducked behind a tree. Then, just like that, the video cut off. Later, Jesse told his followers that he'd stayed completely still for several minutes, even turning off his flashlight so he wouldn't give away his location. During that time, he heard deep sniffing sounds nearby and felt the ground tremble. like something huge was moving toward him, but he never actually saw what it was. When the noise finally faded and whatever it was seemed to move on, Jesse bolted home. Once safe, he started searching online for anything that matched what he'd heard, and what he found sent chills down his spine. The sound matched descriptions of a wendigo. Armed with that info, he posted his video on TikTok. It blew up fast, sparking all kinds of wild theories. But even now, some people remain skeptical. To this day, no one's been able to explain exactly what Jesse ran into that night. Tom and Dave, well known for their spine-chilling investigations, are back, this time diving into something even darker. In this video, they take on one of their biggest challenges yet, exploring what's said to be England's most haunted woodlands. The area has a grim past, with countless reports of shadowy figures and creepy, unexplained noises echoing through the trees. Undeterred, Tom and Dave arrive on site and head deep into the forest, fully geared up with their paranormal equipment, ready to uncover whatever lurks in the dark. As they walked for miles, their camera caught a weird light in the distance, something they didn't even notice at the time. It wasn't until they were editing later that they saw it. Feeling adventurous, they decided to whip out their Spirit Talker app and try to reach out to any spirits in the area.
Hello? Just gonna run Spirit Talker. See what we get on this. I'm going to leave the app running and stick it in my pocket so I can use my torch because it's absolutely pitch black.
Can you come close to us and make these lights go off, please? That's how we know that you're here around us.
You can use the device.
Beware of the dark.
Beware of the dark.
Thanks for that. We're in the middle of the forest now.
In the
Could have told
dark.
us down there.
Yeah.
We're on the main road.
Why do we need to beware? Is there somebody here?
As they were talking to the spirits, a strange noise echoed from deep within the trees. It sounded like someone or something was out there watching them. Suddenly, the app picks up a voice, clearly saying the name Margaret. They try to connect more, but before they can get any answers, another eerie noise comes from the woods, leaving them on edge.
These lights will go up. The closer you get, the lights will go right up. If you want to, I'm not forcing you.
Hello? Hello? Is there somebody there?
As they scanned the trees, that same mysterious light showed up again, flickering in the distance. Considering they were miles deep into the forest, it seemed unlikely anyone else would be out there at that hour. But the noises just kept getting louder and more intense, adding to the unease.
It said beware of the woman.
The woman and witch.
Here's all the responses that we've been getting. I'm just keeping the app, guys, in my pocket because I need to hold my torch at the same time.
Eh?
Hey?
Are we walking into a trap? Can you do it again, just now, just to show us that it was you doing that? Is it the woman?
Next, they pulled out a third device meant to pick up voices, and that's when they heard this loud, inhuman sound. It echoed through the trees, and honestly, it didn't sound like anything they'd ever heard before.
What was that?
What was that?
What was that?
What was that?
Turn it off. Wait.
When they asked the device what made the noise, it replied, an animal. So naturally, they followed up with, what kind? And the box came back with one word, Bigfoot. After that, things got creepier. The box started throwing out warnings and other unsettling messages, putting both of them seriously on edge.
Let's try spirit box again.
Was it an animal?
Yeah.
It was a big animal. What sort of animal was it?
What did it say?
Bigfoot.
Did it?
Somebody's messing about here.
The strange noises around them started up again, and then everything shifted. Tom spotted someone in the distance walking past the gate. He quickly shined his light in that direction and hurried toward the car, calling out, but no one answered.
Because I just saw them. Someone just walked past the gate, David. To the right. They've gone to the right. The car's there, yeah.
Then, out of nowhere, 2 cars drove by, which was weird, since no one had come through all night. Their nerves were already shot, and now they were sure they weren't alone. That's when they spotted a fresh footprint on the ground, and it definitely wasn't theirs.
Yeah. Whoa, there's a big boot print here. Look at the size of that.
Yeah. What?
That was a scream.
What?
That was a scream. Holy David.
What scream?
Did you hear the woman scream?
Yeah.
David, he's walking up. He's walking up the road. He's going to the road. Get in the car.
They bolted for the car, but whoever it was kept following. Not about to take any chances, they jumped in and took off. No way were they sticking around to find out who or what was out there. Kayak USA is a channel run by a guy named TJ, who usually focuses on gear and truck-related content, but this video took a totally different and unexpected turn. It all started when TJ decided to head out for a camping trip under the blazing sun.
We'll hide in the shade for a little while and rig up some rods, get our fishing gear all together, get the tackle situated, and then we're gonna head out and see if we can catch some fish. We're gonna probably do some crappie fishing, some bass fishing, and we brought a throw net. We're gonna see if we can catch some bait and probably just sit out here tonight by the lake and do a little bit of catfishing from the bank. I haven't done that in a long time, and that sounds like a fun, relaxing thing to do this weekend. So we just checked the radar, and apparently we have a storm headed our way already, but it may miss us. If you look over there, those clouds, it's raining on the other side of the lake, but I feel like it's going this way, so it may just miss us. Look at this. It is pouring, and that's only a few hundred yards away. It is white capping out here on the water. Look at this. This just came up out of nowhere. I don't know how bad that looks on camera, but it's pretty bad. Can you see the white caps out here? Let me zoom in. Water. We've had something pop up on us right here, and it is bad, y'all. I don't know if you can tell, but we're inside of this gazebo holding it down, and it's picking me up. Holy shit. Oh my goodness, y'all, look at this. You can't see the other side of the lake at all. Oh, stuff falling out of the tree. Oh, no, that looks real. Oh my God. I think we're in a tornado, y'all. Hey, that tree just went down. That tree just went down beside us. Guys, I think we are in the middle of a tornado. My kayak is beached. This is where we were going to park. This is where we were going to camp because it was right behind the bathroom. The last time a major tornado hit this spot, I believe, was in 2011 or 2013, and it wiped us out. Will you help me tug this boat up? Ready, 1, 2, 3. This should be good, thank you. I hope there ain't no hole in it, because it was late. When I got out here, look at my wrap.
Yeah, it is that.
And park down there. We wanted to park right behind the bathroom, and we decided to go a little bit further. This was going to be our camping spot, right where this tree's laying. I want y'all to see what just came down. Look, that's beside Dylan. This is where we were going to camp, and right there is where we're camped.
In the middle of the chaos, TJ had to run out into the storm to save his kayak before it got swept away. Later, local authorities confirmed it was actually a tornado. After the storm passed, they looked around and saw some trees had been torn down, but thankfully, TJ's stuff was mostly okay and no one got hurt. Mandog Wild is a YouTuber known for his survival camping content. In a video from November 2024, he heads out on a solo trip with his dog, Yeti. The two trekked through rough, thorny terrain to check out some caves he had seen earlier.
It's a lizard. Yeah. Okay. It just wasn't worth it. Wasn't worth it at all.
While the caves turned out to be a bit of a letdown, the real sense of unease kicked in back at camp. As night fell, he suddenly started hearing something unsettling.
Yeti, let's go. Go. Come on. Good girl, Yeti. Good girl.
He heard clear, human-like footsteps approaching his tent, but then they suddenly stopped right outside. By morning, though, everything seemed completely normal, like nothing had happened at all.
Tracks. No tracks. You're not really, it's not the type of ground to leave tracks.
Still, the host couldn't shake the feeling that something was off. Luckily, nothing bad ended up happening to them on that trip. In this new video, the two head out for a mountain walk. While on the trail, Yeti catches a scent and starts ignoring commands. Thinking that Yeti might be onto something, the creator decides to follow him.
Interesting. Yeti.
Yeti is either one of two things.
She's a very simple dog. She's either completely unstable and constant zoomies, or she's very serious. And right now she's slowed down and she'll stop and she'll want me to follow her to take me somewhere or show me something. And at this point, now she's not going to stray too far from me because now she wants to show me something.
After following Yeti for a while, night had already set in, but he trusted his dog, so he kept going, letting Yeti lead the way through the dark.
Where are we going, Yeti? Well, at least we're out that plantation now. Oh. What is that? What's this, sister? Creepy, huh? What is that? So this is where she leads us. I don't know what. That's super strange, huh? Like burnt into the rock. So obviously these mountains are strange places. Someone's come out here and made this. They've made this and I don't know what to make of this. What's your guys' thoughts on this? I have no idea. Maybe it's some kind of worshipping thing. Maybe it's just a sign. Maybe...
Not long after, he started hearing voices and spotting lights weaving through the trees, slowly moving in his direction.
The strangest things I've ever seen out here.
Remember, this was way deep in the woods, and it was pretty late at night, so seeing people out there, along with the odd things he found, felt super creepy. It's hard to say who would be out there or why. It almost seemed like some kind of ritual, or maybe it was just a spot where someone buried their pet as a memorial. There could be some explanations, but what's strange is that out of all the places his dog could have led him, it brought him right to this creepy scene in the middle of the night. What do you think was going on? Two wild campers set up a trail camera at their camp in Banff National Park, Alberta, Canada, on June 25th, 2021. After spending the day biking through the area, they forgot to turn off the camera. Upon returning to their camp later that day, they decided to check the footage, and what they saw was far more frightening than they ever expected. After seeing a large, hairy, animal-like figure in their trail camera footage, the couple was left in complete shock. They realized they had been standing in the same spot where the Bigfoot-like creature had been harassing their tent. Without hesitation, they packed up quickly and left the area, heading to a more populated campsite for safety. Still shaken, they decided to share the footage on Facebook. The video quickly gained attention, sparking heated debates among viewers. Some were convinced it was genuine evidence of Bigfoot, while others dismissed it as a hoax. Despite the mixed reactions, the couple remained firm in their belief, stating that due to the remoteness of their campsite, the idea of someone playing a prank seemed impossible. For them, the footage was undeniable proof that Bigfoot was real. A man was cruising along a forest trail on his dirt bike when, out of nowhere, someone suddenly appeared at the side of the path. Assuming the person might need assistance, the biker came to a stop. But as the man started approaching him, things quickly took an unexpected turn.
What?
You ran into a truck at all?
No.
Explorer?
No.
If you do, can you like I don't know, possibly turn around and try to find me. I'm going to be taking this trip.
Okay.
I appreciate it. I really do. Like, I've been looking for 2 days.
The man said he was looking for a truck, but something felt off. He seemed, well, kind of high and was definitely giving off odd vibes. The biker told him that if he saw a truck, he'd come back to let him know, though he was pretty sure there wasn't one around. But after riding a little farther down the trail, there it was, a truck. So, true to his word, he turned around and went back to tell the man.
Truck's about 3 minutes down the trail. Yep.
Seriously though, why would a truck be sitting in the middle of the forest like that? And why was that guy so desperate to find it? Feels like something sketchy was going on. Maybe the truck had drugs or something illegal in it. I mean, what else would make someone wander barefoot through the woods just to track down a truck? The whole situation feels off. What do you think? Doesn't it seem suspicious? Nikki, a YouTuber known for her camping and adventure content, sets off on a solo wild camping trip in this video, and it turns into something way more terrifying than she expected. She preps her car, packs the essentials, and drives deep into the back roads, heading straight into the woods.
But I got about 8 miles or so on these back roads. I love doing this.
After a long drive, she finds a spot to camp for the night, a small clearing tucked away, surrounded by thick trees. Nikki unloads her car, sets up her gear, and starts settling in for the evening.
I think I'm gonna make it happen because it's a really nice, flat area. Just right in front of this gate that's closing off this state road.
After setting up camp, she cooks a meal to get energized for the long night. Once she's finished eating, Nikki heads out for a quick hike before the sun sets and nightfall begins to creep in.
Before it gets dark, I think I'm gonna walk up the road, or this road, just to see what's around that little corner right there. I don't know how far I'll go.
While enjoying the surroundings, she suddenly heard a weird noise, the sound of wood knocking. What made it even more unsettling was the eerie silence of the forest.
So, I heard some knocking coming from that direction. Kinda sound like somebody knocking on a tree. But, could have been a woodpecker or anything like that, I guess.
Not wanting to risk anything, she heads back to camp and sets up some lights around her tent. She starts a fire, soaking in the warmth while trying to shake off the unsettling feeling creeping over her. Later that night, her husband arrives to join her, bringing a sense of safety. Once he's there, they head out for another short hike, but that's when things take a turn.
Shine your headlight down in there so we can get a better view of it. Be careful. Look up at those trees, son. That's just piles and piles of trees.
That could have been wrong.
Feeling on edge, they head back to their camp and make another meal, trying to shake off the unsettling vibe, but they can't ignore how eerily silent the woods are. No wildlife, no sounds at all. Something just didn't feel right. Eventually, they decide to call it a night and go to bed. Nothing else happens, and they wake up to the morning sun. After making some coffee and fueling up for the day, they pack up and head home, glad to leave it all behind. Daniel is an outdoor enthusiast who shares his wild camping adventures on his YouTube channel, English Woodsman. He loves to immerse himself in nature, braving all kinds of weather with a positive attitude. No matter the challenge, whether it's rain, strong winds, or freezing temps, he finds a way to appreciate the outdoors. In this particular video, Daniel heads out for a peaceful solo night in the woods. It's November 10th, 2022, and he arrives just before sunset. After scouting the area, he picks a small clearing to set up camp and get comfortable for the night. But as time passes, he starts to get an eerie feeling that things might not be as calm as he thought.
Like I say, I'm in this little area. I've got a ration pack for my dinner. I've got a new piece of equipment I want to test out. And mainly, I just want to be out tonight. It's Friday night. Not much going on TV, so I thought, why not be outdoors? It's taking some time to get used to being back out by myself.
Even though Daniel is happy with his campsite, he can't shake this unsettling feeling that's been with him since he got there. He came out to relax and enjoy the peace of nature, but something just doesn't feel right. He tries to ignore it and push those thoughts aside, focusing instead on the good stuff, the fresh air and the simple pleasure of being outside. As the sun sets and darkness takes over, he turns his focus to his next task, making dinner.
I keep thinking like I hear something. I don't know. It's probably me. Letting my mind play tricks with me. So we've got to fill up to that dotted line there. It soon got dark. Chocolate's gone all white. I always keep thinking that I'm hearing something around, but when you're by yourself, your mind can play tricks.
Daniel tries to brush off the creepy feeling with some light humor, staying upbeat. He tells himself he's camped alone many times before, so this shouldn't be any different. After finishing his meal and tidying up, he climbs into his sleeping bag, hoping to settle in and maybe distract himself with a movie on his phone. The warmth of the bag should make him feel secure, but no matter how hard he tries to relax, that uneasy feeling sticks with him. Every little noise outside his tent feels amplified, and he becomes hyper-aware of everything around him.
There we go. So I can leave that on now and just put my phone on, like I say, watch some YouTube or something like that. I just heard like a weird, like a sniffing noise, like a dog. It sounded a bit different to that.
Daniel made it through the night, but it was far from peaceful. The feeling of unease never went away, and only got worse as the hours dragged on. Strange noises kept echoing through the trees, and each time he almost fell asleep, another sound jolted him awake, leaving him anxious. It wasn't until the first light of day that he felt any relief. Once dawn arrived, he quickly packed up his gear, eager to leave. But even as he left the forest behind, that unsettled feeling stuck with him. He couldn't shake the questions in his mind. What had he actually heard out there? Was it just animals, or was someone watching him? On April 14th, 2024, it seemed like just another day for Mo Sargi, the fearless YouTuber known for diving into the world's most haunted and mysterious locations. This time, his latest adventure was a bit closer to home, an abandoned property he owned deep in the Canadian wilderness. Alongside him was his trusted friend, Moshi. The plan was simple: set up camp, enjoy the peaceful setting, and capture another thrilling video. They strung up their hammocks, got a fire going, and spent the afternoon goofing around with a bow and arrow, using a creepy, weathered mask they'd found near the edge of the woods as their target. At first, it seemed like nothing more than a weird old prop, but that mask would soon take on a much darker meaning. Everything shifted when Moshi fired an arrow that flew too far. As he went into the woods to retrieve it, things suddenly took a turn.
You're going the wrong way. Are you lost? I think he's going the wrong way. I'm over here. You're going the wrong...
You're going the wrong way, bro. In the quiet isolation of Mo's private land, they weren't as alone as they thought. Someone else was out there, a man dressed in camouflage. Mo had seen him before on a previous visit to the property. Back then, the mysterious figure had disappeared without a trace, but not before leaving something deeply disturbing behind, a diary. Inside were photos of Mo, all taken from the shadows, hidden spots and distant angles. It was clear they'd been watched for a long time.
I have a feeling we're being watched, bro.
With their nerves on edge and a rising sense of unease, Mo and Moshi decided to leave the forest for a while, hoping to fool the camo man into thinking they had left for good. But as night fell and they returned, the fear came rushing back. Then, something snapped.
Oh, what the f is that? What was that? What do you mean? There's someone just walking around. No. I heard it. I swear to God, he's here.
Bro, don't stress me out, man.
Bro, I was literally just following this.
Is this a prank?
Huh?
Are you pranking me?
No, I'm not pranking you. I heard somebody walking around. Like, actually, somebody walking around. Where's the T-Move flashlight, the bright one?
I don't know.
Do you have it?
Yeah.
Right as they were about to fall asleep, a beam of light suddenly broke through the darkness, a flashlight shining from deep within the trees. In that instant, they knew he had returned.
Bro, I'm not doing this. I can't.
Hey, grab the camera. It wasn't animals, it was literally human. So I just reviewed my footage. It definitely sounded like somebody was walking around back there. So Moshi and I are gonna go look for whoever the it was. I believe the camo guy is literally watching us. Oh, what the Yo, what the Hey! That was him. Watch your step. That was him. Oh. Where the f did he go?
The camo man didn't try to attack. He took off running, almost teasing them, as if he was inviting them.
The only reason why I noticed him because I noticed the flashlight turn on. Yo. Yeah, it's gone so quiet. He's definitely watching us. Thing is, we need the lights to see. Somehow this guy's able to see in the dark. He's like a freaking vampire or something.
Do you want to go back to the campsite and regroup?
And do what? We just left the campsite. We want to find this guy. Either he's luring us to a trap.
That's what I'm thinking. That's why I'm saying.
Mo and Moshi paused for a moment, then made a bold choice. They decided to follow him. They had to find out why he was stalking them. But out there, in the dark woods, it felt like the camo man had the upper hand. The forest seemed to be working in his favor.
You need to turn it on right away. Let me man the camera over here. Turn it off. Look at that look at that light. He's there. He's moving around. He's got a flashlight on. You see him?
Oh, he's right there.
There it is again.
Who's there?
Where'd it go?
He's back at the house.
Oh, there it is. That's not the house, dude. That's near the creek. Oh, you turn off his light. Oh, it's back on now. Wait, how did he get there so quickly?
Wait, wasn't he just behind us?
I swear to God, he was just behind us.
He told me we're doing a camping video.
I told him we're doing a camping video. I'm almost playing with my hair now. So annoying. I told him we're doing a camping video, but I didn't tell him about the camel guy or any of like the dangers that have been happening out here. I mean, like, if I told you, you probably wouldn't have showed up. He's the only one available that can help me, like, come and do this. I don't want to do this by myself. I don't want to get shanked. I'd rather you get shanked before me. Stop. No, I'm just joking. I don't want you to get shanked either.
Don't say that.
You actually don't want to do this?
I can't. I don't want to be here right now, Mo. Please, bro. Like, you know me. I'm always down to help out, but this is getting too much. We saw him with a flashlight. He was running. He set booby traps. He threw the head, man.
There's a bright light up. How about this? We come back in the daytime and we find this piece of get
Yeah,
rid of
and
them.
let's end it, and let's call the cops or something. Let's just deal with this the proper way. Like,
Yeah, let's do that.
In silence, they packed up their camp, constantly glancing over their shoulders as they made their way out of the forest for good. But the question still lingered. Who had been watching them that night? And, more importantly, why? This video was filmed by Kazi, a YouTuber famous for his daring explorations of haunted and abandoned locations. Kazi's channel has been running for nearly 10 years, featuring everything from fun content to creepy investigations. This time, however, his adventure takes him closer to home, into a haunted forest in Ottawa, a place full of mystery and dark rumors. Fortunately, Kazi isn't going in alone. He's joined by his two good friends, Danny and Allie.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Kazi Official, and welcome to another video. So let me get right to it. 25 years ago in my neighborhood that I grew up in with the boy Danny and Allie, who's over there, we grew up in a neighborhood and there was this massive forest. It was a terrifying forest because we were told as kids to never go into the forest. Apparently there was this tall figure, old man that walked around with a and so we stayed out. We never went, but some of our friends actually went into the forest.
The forest has been a familiar part of their lives since they were kids, but they were always told to steer clear of it. According to local legend, a dangerous man with a gun roams the woods, and even 2 decades later, those rumors continue to be passed around in the neighborhood. Now that they're older, they've decided it's time to confront their fears and find out what's really going on.
I don't know about you guys, but I have no signal.
Where?
Oh, shh.
We have to leave right here. Bro, we have to leave right now.
Well, hold on. How many is that? How many? Those are coyotes for sure,
That's
right?
a coyote.
Well, how many?
Listen.
Out of nowhere, eerie laughter echoes through the trees, a sound usually made by coyotes. The group grows uneasy, realizing there could be an entire pack close by. Deciding to be cautious, they take a different route deeper into the woods, unaware that they're about to come across something unexpected.
Yo, I'm gonna check this side. We came off trail and we just found a busted down shed. You guys are inside? How'd you get in?
An abandoned cabin concealed within the forest catches their eye. Intrigued, they approach and decide to go inside. What they discover is deeply unsettling.
Bro, look at this.
What the hell is this? Yo, be careful. What?
Yo, is that a sound like this?
Don't touch it with your hand, bro. Don't touch it with your hand.
Does anybody have gloves?
Clearly been here and did something. Why is there salt, by the way?
Bro, there's somebody doing a ritual. This is like full-on ritual.
No, I know. Like, this looks like a ritual that we would...
During their ritual, 2 sudden, loud bangs echo through the cabin, throwing the group into disarray. Unsure whether the sounds are supernatural or if someone is outside, they rush to escape. However, once they step outside, they realize that safety is nowhere to be found.
What the hell did you see? Bro, I literally just saw someone standing there, bro. Go.
Hold on, here, give me, let me see.
Go.
Yeah, bro, you're seeing things, Ali. You're seeing things.
I'm not seeing anything. Bro, there's literally nothing.
Oh my God.
Where?
Step back. Hello? Holy you saw that, right? You saw that.
Where's the way out, man?
It's this way, Danny. This way. Hold on. Do you hear it?
Bro, I see a light. Yo, get it, go.
Holy.
Go.
With a flashlight in hand, the man chases after them, and panic sets in as they rush through the thick forest. Eventually, they make it to the car and drive off to safety. But even as they escape, one question still haunts them. Who was that man? Could he be the person everyone had warned them about? They may never find out, but one thing is certain. They'll never return to that forest. In this video, Daniel heads back to a woodland he's camped in before, a spot he's familiar with. But there's always been something about this place that puts him on edge. Every time he's been there, something strange has happened, and this trip would be no exception. In fact, it turns out to be the most unsettling one yet. After making his way deep into the woods, Daniel decided to check out a new area that some viewers had suggested. He spent some time wandering through the trees, looking for a good spot to set up camp, but not long into his walk, he came across something that instantly changed the entire vibe.
So a lot of stuff's going on in this spot.
As you can see there, someone's been having a fire. And you come over here, so there's a lot of activity here, but you know, there's a school on ground there. Yeah, there's like this shelter. Looks quite well made. That is pretty decent.
Hidden among the trees, Daniel discovers a rough shelter. It appears weathered, but signs suggest it's still being used. Moving cautiously, he walks around it with his camera rolling. That's when he hears something. Slow, heavy footsteps, close by and purposeful.
That sounded like somebody else is walking around. Not a bad thing. I just don't want to freak anybody out by me walking around talking to a camera. What was that?
Daniel instantly tenses, eyes darting around as he tries to pinpoint the sound. Hearing someone nearby when you're alone deep in the woods is unsettling enough, but being miles from help makes it worse. There's a moment of hesitation, but he keeps moving, trying to stay calm. Then, out of nowhere, he comes face to face with a drunk man sitting under the trees.
Just a lot of people said a bit more freaker over there, so we're going, yeah, right, pal. So we're going to be going there. You up, mate? Sorry? Is your dog alright?
He's alright.
Bring you back. So we're having a little look around and been speaking to part landowner there, and this is a nice dog. He's actually, you know, paying a bit of respect to his dogs that he's buried. The son of the dog's buried, so...
Well, two of them.
Two of them.
Buried here.
Yeah.
Reggie. Then you got Tigger.
Reggie and Tigger, he's put them in here.
The man tells Daniel he owns the land and says he's there to visit the graves of his buried dogs. But something about him doesn't sit right. His story feels shaky, and Daniel knows for a fact that he's not the real landowner. Staying calm, Daniel says he's just passing through and plans to camp somewhere else. But the man doesn't make it easy for him to leave.
Well, if I walk past them...
Where are you going to camp now?
And I find somewhere further down somewhere. I just come out for the night, that's all. Have a little bit of time away and stuff.
I'll tell you a good place. If you go through field down there.
Yeah.
Where, Ridges.
Yeah. A little bit of woodland there, isn't there?
Yeah. And park it. Because if you need any water in the morning, then.
Yeah, in winter. You have a good evening.
You're better off going down to, what is it, bridge down there.
Yeah, I'm going to look down there first, see what... I've seen one spot, but...
There's not really to look at, is it?
All I'm looking for is like a nice flat spot, bit of grass, just to chill out and be happy.
Well, just go on there.
Oh, I've been on there a few times.
Permission straight away. He's my mate, I don't get anything for him.
Yeah. Right, alright pal, leave you in peace.
Alright mate, see you later.
See you in a bit.
The man starts trailing Daniel through the woods, saying he's fine to camp anywhere he likes, but his tone begins to change. He grows tense and a bit agitated, and he can feel the pressure building. With his dog by his side, Daniel tries to put some distance between them, eventually managing to walk away. Just when he thinks the encounter is over, the man shows up again, this time yelling aggressively and demanding that Daniel leave the woods immediately.
No, I'm not being disrespectful the slightest. You know, you come across a drunken man in the woods with his dog, and he was drunk, and then at the beginning he was a little bit high rated with me. Once I turned the camera off, got a little bit high rated. I know this woodland don't belong to him. Yeah, he's just come to edge up woodland, shouting. I don't know what to make of that, to be fair. Because he just said, I'm making sure you've left. when at times he was talking nice and then he were abrupt a little bit and then nice again. It's that bloody dog. It looked the beast in it. I really didn't want to argue with him where that is. I know he's not the landowner. I know he's drunk and just saying stuff. I didn't want to get in the argument like I've already said. But the thing is, I don't want to camp there because that wasn't the plan. I don't want to camp anywhere else now because that was the plan. And he's drunk, he's argumentative. I don't want him coming down in a little bit looking for me. So I'm gonna end this video.
Feeling completely on edge, Daniel decides it's not worth sticking around. He heads back to his car, cutting the trip short. Whatever was happening in those woods didn't feel right, and something told him that man wasn't just a random passerby. Daniel knew that staying any longer could have led to something much worse. He made the smart call. When your gut tells you something's off, especially when you're alone deep in the wilderness, it's always best to listen. Jay, the fearless explorer behind the YouTube channel The Journey is the Destination, has earned a reputation over the past 5 years for venturing into dark, remote forests in search of cryptids and paranormal phenomena. A firm believer in these mysterious creatures, he's committed to proving their existence, despite the doubts of skeptics. But tonight, Jay is about to encounter something so terrifying, it will deeply shake him. On the evening of August 12th, 2023, a warm summer night, Jay sets off on a solo mission into the spooky swamps of Three Bull Run. This area is known for its mysterious Bigfoot structures, odd shapes and formations in the woods that hint at the presence of something much larger than anything natural. Jay has explored the area before, but tonight he's going further than ever. He plans to stay overnight, hoping to capture something extraordinary on camera.
Sort of knock. I feel like I am right in the middle of somewhere I shouldn't be. That is the feeling I have right now. Like I'm walking around in the middle of someone's house that's about to come home.
A feeling creeps over him that he's not alone. After all, he's in an area famous for Bigfoot sightings, and his flashlight is his only source of light in the overwhelming darkness. Every rustle of leaves, every distant crack of branches has him on edge. Jay reaches a spot he believes to be the most active area. With a steady hand, he pulls out his spirit talker, a device he uses to communicate with whatever might be lurking in the shadows.
I'm hearing creepy stuff all around me.
Children's laughter echoes.
Is that what I'm hearing? Yeah, go from sweating to having goosebumps.
He begins asking questions, his voice soft and uncertain, hoping for a response. The woods seem to answer. Faint laughter, almost childlike, crackles through the device, sending a chill down his spine.
Ooh, buddy. Ooh. I don't know what's moving around out there. I have the biggest goosebumps right now. Like literally my hair keeps going up on end. Violet, who's walking around over there? I've heard a few knocks or strange noises that sound like knocks. I don't know exactly what they are. It got really creepy when I was standing in where those two A's were. Now I know some people have said that a lot of portals are marked that way, I guess.
He looks into the darkness, but there's nothing in sight. The laughter keeps echoing through the chilly night, but he also hears other noises.
That almost sounds like people coming down like one of those forest roads.
Footsteps and twigs snapping under something heavy make Jay uneasy, as he feels like something is nearby, observing him. Suddenly, the unmistakable sound of a car engine pierces the quiet night. Just as Jay is about to regain his composure and continue, the car's headlights suddenly reappear, slowly driving back down the forest path. Panic takes hold of him. He grabs his gear, his heart pounding, and starts rushing through the woods, desperate to put as much distance as possible between himself and the car.
I can't tell you how scared that just made me, because I was a little bit upset that he showed up and was playing his loud music, and I don't even want to go back there now to try to run the necrophonic, because I don't know if he's actually out here just trying to see if he can find me. He's somebody that watches the videos and thinks they can screw with me or what, but just saying. I hear another car coming, so I'm going to start heading ass back to the car.
Jay pushes on until he's far enough away to feel like he can breathe again, but the unsettling feeling of being pursued doesn't go away. He stops, his breath's coming fast and heavy, his mind spinning with questions. He doesn't have time for answers now. With that thought, he starts making his way back to his car, eager to escape the woods.
Come on, man, don't be out here. Oh, that's awesome. Tree almost fell on my car. What the heck is that? Obviously it just came off of up there. That's pretty damn close to my car though. I'm gonna have to start parking further away from these things. Alright, my friends. I am sweating and gonna go home and take a second shower.
Without hesitation, Jay jumps into the driver's seat, starts the engine, and tears off into the night. But his mind is far from calm. Who were those people? Were they after him, or was it all just a disturbing coincidence? The questions linger unanswered, like the heavy darkness of the forest he just escaped. Avery is a passionate traveler who shares her global adventures on TikTok, aiming to inspire others with the beauty of the world. But this particular video takes a darker turn. While staying at an Airbnb in Costa Rica, nestled deep within lush greenery, her peaceful night was shattered when a deafening noise echoed from the forest, abruptly waking her up.
Y'all, I just woke up. Listen to this. What the f is that noise? Sounds like the chupacabra. Or Bigfoot. Like he's angry. Do monkeys in Costa Rica wake the whole town up with these noises?
Intrigued, she stepped outside to get a clearer sense of what the sound was. But as she listened, it became clear the noise wasn't just loud, it was getting closer.
That is not an angry dog. What the f is that? It's been making that angry noise for an hour now, and it just gets closer and closer. What the f? It's like Godzilla is here. What is that? The chupacabra? I've got no sleep tonight. And I almost fell asleep. And then I started hearing that noise. Y'all, this noise is literally getting closer, as if it's like right outside the gate. Is that an angry gorilla? It's coming from right over there. That's the way you gotta walk to the beach. And I was gonna take a nice walk over there this morning to the beach. I'm not going over there now. Because what the that? It's terrifying. Whatever can make that noise can probably rip my...
She wasn't necessarily saying it was Bigfoot or anything supernatural, but seriously, what could that have been? Do you know of any animal that makes a sound like that? Moxley is a YouTuber who enjoys exploring and camping in spooky, haunted spots. His channel usually centers around investigating abandoned buildings and ghost hunting. But this video is a little different. This time, he's taking on a stealth camping adventure in a forest that's known for a lot of paranormal activity.
So we're gonna go try and find somewhere to camp. I've literally just brought the hammock here tonight. It's not a bad night, so I should be okay with this. Find out some more about this demonic headless horseman. So let's try and find somewhere to camp.
Moxley was looking for a quiet spot to camp for the night, but he quickly realized he wasn't the only one out there. He carefully navigated around the other campers and finally found a secluded spot to set up his camp.
Been sat here a good 45 minutes now. I keep hearing movement in the woods behind me. The woods behind the camera, shall I say, in front of me. And again then. So I don't know if they're making their way over this side because they might have seen my light. It's almost like somebody was moving over there. Like somebody was walking through this, coming down here. They're very lively, aren't they? And all of a sudden, all I heard is bang, 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 like 3. It's literally what it sounded like, 3 guns. So I looked over to where those other lads are camping. You can see the torches moving through the trees. They've gone very quiet as well, which is a little bit concerning. But I think, yeah, get off this beach, get out, away from the open, and try and get further into the woods. Who's there? Somebody's just flung. I've seen it as well. I think, yeah, it was this one. Somebody's just lobbed that from over there. Hey! Who's there? I'm just trying to camp just like you lads. Flash over there. Yeah, see the flashing over there. Yeah, they're coming this way.
Someone threw a stick at Moxley, and it felt like he was being surrounded. So he decided to pack up and move his camp to a different spot. While looking for a new location, he came across what he described as a big black dog running quickly in front of him.
I have just seen the biggest dog, and it just come darting through there. It went down that way. Then there's a load of days. I'll show you those days now. You see those glowing eyes there? Right, let me switch to night vision. See if you can see that. Can't see it. There's glowing eyes over there. It's actually days. See if we can get a closer look. I can see it, but it's right in front of me. There's a day right in front of me. It's not moving. I just want you to see it. You see it? You see its glowing eyes? Look at that. Can you hear them? There it goes. But what got my attention with the days, I'm walking up, I'm just cutting through here, and I don't know what it was. It was big and it was black. It looked like a dog. So my instincts were, maybe there's somebody out here walking the dog. But then it darted off, and then the days darted towards me, which was very unusual for the days to dart towards a human.
He also caught a deer on camera, so what he saw could have just been another deer. I'm not entirely sure, but I think some of the campers nearby might have been messing with him, trying to scare him off, and it worked. Moxley ended up leaving after that. If it really went down that way though, it's the kind of thing that could make anyone hesitant about camping alone in the woods. Tom, an experienced outdoorsman, has spent years hiking, camping, fishing, and more. Despite all his adventures, he's never come across anything strange until this video. In 2022, he was sitting in the woods of Tennessee, hunting, when strange noises started to creep in as the day went on.
Right here at this very spot, a week ago from today. This is Saturday, and last weekend marked the end of the hunting season here in Tennessee. And I was sitting here doing some squirrel hunting, and as the afternoon rolled on, everything got real quiet, and it was a rather pleasant day. And then all of a sudden, just out of the blue, I heard this really weird howling sound directly ahead of me, probably 200 yards or so away, and it was repeating itself at probably 20 or 30 second intervals. I don't know, 15, 20 times. It just did it over and over again. And it was really bizarre to me because I just couldn't.
Well, folks, I just spotted another squirrel up there. But I'm hearing some really weird howling noises right up over here. I think it's a coyote. You're out here in the woods and everything gets quiet. You hear all kinds of weird noises. I'll tell you what. Sounds like it moved. There, you hear it. Don't know what in the world that is. That sounds weird. I don't know what. I thought it was a coyote, but I'm not real sure. You can hear it. I think you can hear it. I hope the camera's picking that up.
As he listened, he noticed some coyotes nearby, and they seemed just as freaked out by the strange noises as he was. It was enough to make him feel uneasy, so he started recording. The weirdest part, the whole forest went completely silent. No animals, no movement, just total stillness. It felt off.
It was howling a while ago. It started up again. I don't know what it is. It sounds like there's some coyotes, but there's something else. Well, folks, whatever that is, it was howling a while ago. It started up again. I don't know what it is. Sounds like there's some coyotes, but there's something else.
The weird sounds just kept going, echoing from every direction. Not wanting to risk it, he packed up his gear and got out of there. No looking back, no hanging around to see what or who was making the noise. And for someone with all his experience, he'd never heard anything like that before. This clip is from the YouTube channel, The Northwest Wind, where Sam shares his outdoor adventures, like wild camping trips and fishing in peaceful spots. He's super passionate about nature and takes viewers along to experience the wilderness with him. In this adventure, Sam heads out on a solo stealth camping trip that quickly takes a creepy turn. It's March 20th, 2025, and by the time night falls, Sam's already on his way to his campsite. He's excited, but there's this weird, uneasy feeling that's been bothering him since he got out of the car. Every car that passes by and every distant sound has him on edge, but he can't really explain why. He tries to shake it off and push forward, but he's about to find out that maybe he should have trusted his gut.
Drove by going that way, and then he just drove by again going that way. I'm like really bad at stealth camping. I've gotten away with so many. This is stealth camp number 39 already, if you can believe that. So next week will be number 40. Turn on the red light, actually. This is too much. Oh, that's too much. Stop. I'm telling the light to stop. Can you guys see me okay? All right, I can't see anything back here. I'm gonna try and go around back.
As Sam moves cautiously, paranoia starts to take over. He quietly sneaks into the forest, hoping to stay under the radar. For a little while, everything seems fine. He makes his way through a construction area and slips further into the woods without any issues. But just when he starts to feel a bit of relief, the very thing he was most worried about happens.
You can see the main street right there. Cars coming by. Still a decent amount of traffic, but should die as the night goes on. Cops, 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 cops. I gotta get the out of here. They're parked right there. They're 10 feet away. They're 10 feet away. He stopped right there. I don't want to move. 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 They're stopped right there. He stopped right there. Behind the dumpster, he stopped right there. Gotta get out of here. I'm running. I'm getting out of here. I'm running. Oh, my light's on him.
Sam was already on edge, but this made things way worse. His heart races as panic starts to take over. If they spot him, he could be in serious trouble, especially since camping in this forest is illegal. The thought of being confronted or even arrested flashes through his mind. Without wasting any time, he takes off, sprinting through the dark, carefully dodging branches and uneven ground, doing everything he can to stay hidden. Every distant sound only makes him more paranoid, heightening his fear that someone might already be onto him. As he runs, he starts to question his options. Should he push through and stay the night as planned, or just turn back and ditch the whole idea?
I don't see anything at the moment, but there was definitely 2 cops. One was coming back down as another one was pulling in. I'm in the woods now. Probably 100 yards from the back of the houses. I'm standing behind this tree. I'm gonna stay here for 5 minutes. Catch my breath. All right, this is a bumbling. Somebody's still up there shining a flashlight now. Somebody's up there with a flashlight. Uh-oh. Yep, there they are. They're flashing the light back here now too. All right, they're shining their light down here. All right, I'm trapped. If I go back, the houses are right there. I can't go anywhere else. I'm trapped. I might get arrested right now. All right, let's just... Every step I take. Every step I... Oh, there's one of them. Okay. There's one of them. I'm on the ground.
Sam is so overwhelmed by stress that he makes the tough choice to give up on his plans for the night. Staying out there any longer just isn't worth the risk, but getting back to his car without being spotted turns out to be way harder than he expected. Every path feels risky, and every distant sound makes his heart race. Despite being totally devastated and exhausted, Sam keeps pushing forward, determined to make it back to safety without getting caught.
I just gotta keep going. Get back to the truck. This isn't... Okay, what? Alright. This is not stealth camping. This is some idiot on YouTube. Okay, I'm in another creek now. I'm well off the property. From all the adrenaline and from running, I'm gonna puke. Give me a minute. I want to drink some of my water right now, but I'm afraid if I do, I won't be able to keep it down. My adrenaline is so high, I feel literally nauseous. My feet are soaked up almost to my knees, frozen. I walked through 2 creeks, hiked up and down 2 little Mount Everests, and I still probably have another quarter mile to go through the woods, back up another hill, and I'll be back at the church where I parked my car. All right, let's just keep moving. Just keep moving. At least I feel like I'm out of danger now.
After a long and exhausting struggle, Sam finally makes it back to his car. His heart is still racing, but relief floods over him as he slumps into the driver's seat. He locks the doors, takes a deep breath, and tries to process everything that just went down. As he drives away, the disappointment sticks with him. This was supposed to be an exciting adventure, not a nerve-wracking escape. But at the same time, he can't help but feel thankful for making it out without any issues. This short but intense experience is one he won't forget anytime soon. It's a harsh reminder that stealth camping in restricted areas comes with real risks, and sometimes the best choice is to turn back before things go south. In a video from Lost Places and Legends, a nighttime forest exploration takes a chilling turn. From the start, the group feels like they're being watched. With flashlights and weapons, they try to figure out the source of strange noises following them. As they move deeper, tension rises under the full moon's eerie glow. The sounds grow more unsettling. Some even sound like whispers. They stop often, trying to spot whatever might be nearby. At one point, they see a pair of eyes in the distance, but when they move closer, they vanish.
Hey, there's the eyes. Come here, they are looking straight at us. Well, either they moved or they closed their eyes or something. Right there, turn.
The sight of glowing eyes confirms their suspicion. They're not alone, but they still can't tell who or what is watching them. The group is caught between fear and excitement, as the eerie silence of the forest feels more unsettling than the occasional sounds. Despite the tension, they keep searching, their flashlights scanning for any sign of movement. Whatever is following them stays just beyond their light, moving with purpose. Footsteps and rustling stop whenever they get too close, adding to the suspense. As they go deeper, they find blocked paths and closed roads, making navigation harder. They grow wary of hidden dangers like snakes and the risk of getting lost. The isolation of these blocked areas only adds to their unease, but curiosity keeps them moving forward. Then, suddenly they spot the glowing eyes again, this time darting swiftly across their path.
I do. I'm telling you, there's something out there in them woods.
They debate the size of the eyes, wondering if it's an animal, but they notice they're higher off the ground than most wildlife. This second sighting heightens their anxiety, making them certain something or someone is watching while staying hidden. The way it moves, avoiding direct contact and seemingly predicting their actions, makes them question if it's intelligent. Could it be toying with them? As they near the end of their journey, they find themselves back at their starting point. The group considers calling it quits, unsettled by the constant feeling of being watched without finding solid proof of what was following them. Reaching the road near their vehicle, they agree it likely wasn't a wild animal. Its movements were too calculated, too silent. While part of them feels disappointed by the lack of answers, the lingering mystery is enough to convince them it's time to leave. While driving on a desolate road in Russia, 2 friends suddenly saw a dark figure walking along the side of the road.
Ты кто там вообще? Ты кто такой?
Believing it might be Bigfoot, they chose to get out of their car. But the creature vanished into the forest before they could get a closer look. The footage they took isn't very clear, so it leaves people to speculate about what it actually was. A man residing in the woods of South Jersey was abruptly woken up by strange, eerie noises at 1 a.m. He described the noise as sounding like a demonic dinosaur and said that in his 30 years of living there, he had never heard anything like it. The typical wildlife in the area, deer, foxes, owls, raccoons, opossums, and geese, it didn't match the eerie sound. Was it a distressed animal, an unknown predator, a ghost, or maybe a disturbed person? The man hasn't heard the sound again since that night and remains puzzled by what it could have been. Meet Damien, the creator behind the YouTube channel Fell Wanderer. Known for his love of nature, he shares wild camping, hiking, and bushcraft adventures, often showcasing breathtaking landscapes and the simple joy of outdoor exploration. However, this particular video takes a different turn. Instead of his usual peaceful outings, Damien presents a compilation of eerie and unexplained discoveries he encountered in Harwood Forest, Northumberland, England, a place that left him with more questions than answers. It's November 30th, 2014. After months of strange experiences in the forest, Damien decides to put together his footage, hoping his viewers might help him uncover the truth. In several clips recorded on different days, a haunting, almost singing-like sound echoes through the woods. At times, the eerie melody is accompanied by the unmistakable sound of snapping branches, as if something or someone is moving nearby. Along with the unsettling noises, Damien comes across other disturbing discoveries, which he photographs, suspecting they might be linked to the strange singing he captured. Damien's photos reveal a massive footprint and the unsettling remains of sheep, some strangely suspended in trees, deepening the mystery surrounding the forest. In the video description, Damien notes that while each discovery on its own might not seem extraordinary, together they paint a picture of something truly unusual. He even speculates that these could be clues, hinting at the presence of an undiscovered hominid. The comment section quickly fills with theories. Some viewers believe these are clear signs of a mysterious presence lurking in the woods, while others chalk them up to coincidences or natural events. Yet, to this day, no concrete explanation has been found, leaving the mystery of Harwood Forest unsolved and the lingering question of what or who could be responsible. A couple was hiking in the woods when they came across a small carcass hanging from a tree. At first, they thought it might be a sloth or a bat, but after taking a closer look, they realized it wasn't either. They planned to take it down to inspect it further, but just as they were about to, a group of crows swooped in and quickly devoured it. Considering the superstitions surrounding crows, it was odd that they would do this right as the couple and park authorities were preparing to investigate. The entire encounter left them feeling uneasy, as something about it just didn't sit right. A group of hikers finds a flooded cave and decides to explore. As they enter a narrow tunnel, their worst fears start to unfold.
You know, the bad part about this is we gotta back out.
We have to go out. Being birthed over here. It's so tight back.
With determination and effort, they manage to find their way out, promising themselves never to make that mistake again. TikToker, it's Louis Vuitton, posted a mysterious video one night. He and his friend were driving when he noticed something unusual and decided to start recording. They talked about what they saw, with one of them thinking it resembled a bug, but that idea didn't last long. Watch for yourself.
I think I see a... Someone? I thought I seen a big buck or something. Wait, stop right there. What is that? Is that a buck? What is that? Dude, that's not a...
The video ended just as things were getting strange, leaving the rest of the story unknown. On February 21st, 2023, YouTubers Mackie and Amanda ventured into the spooky Clown Tunnel in California, known for its haunted past. The tunnel is believed to be the resting place of a girl who died under mysterious circumstances. While exploring, they came across disturbing graffiti and a charred Polaroid photo. That's when they suddenly heard this.
My heart is pounding. Did you hear that?
That was like a thud, like
that
not
one...
even like an echo type noise.
Oh, there it is again. Hello?
A chilling whisper echoes through the tunnel. Despite their growing fear, they push forward, even after discovering the entrance is sealed from the inside. As they venture deeper, they hear what sounds like a giggle, or perhaps a cry.
It's reflecting, right?
After hearing the unsettling sounds, they decide it's best not to take any more chances and quickly leave the eerie location.
That sounded like a man.
Earlier when we heard that big splash that was like pretty close by, I saw whatever dropped into the water drop into the water.
Are you kidding? You didn't say anything.
What'd you see?
It looked like... It didn't look like somebody threw a rock. It looked like I was looking over there because I'm like trying to make things out in the darkness. Yeah. And all of a sudden, like something like a rock like came into view. Just like, it didn't look like it was coming.
Like somebody was further in the tunnel.
It looked like a rock just went.
Could it simply be a homeless person, or is it something much more sinister? The trail cam footage was taken on a secluded path deep in the woods. When the owner, who was camping close by, watched the footage, he was shocked. Did you notice the white, shadowy figure quickly moving through the woods? What do you think it is? What was meant to be a van camping trip in a haunted forest turned into the most chilling night of their lives.
You can tap on the glass of cars
Can you maybe do that for us? We heard a little thing earlier. Was that you? Can you do it a little bit louder? Maybe something like that? Okay.
Whoa. Bro, that was the roof.
It worked. It worked. Okay. Thank you.
While trying to unwind, unsettling noises and mysterious movements around their van gave them a spine-chilling sense of unease.
Is that a voice?
Yeah.
It was like a girl's voice.
Where's your voice? Where's that? Yo, windows up! Bro, the windows up!
I can't. What the?
What the fuck was that?
The eerie feeling intensified as they began to realize they weren't alone. While driving through Russia's expansive, remote forests, a family spots something strange in the distance. The father slows down to get a better look at the mysterious sight.
Вон он.
Где? Я не
Вон он там
вижу.
странный. Страшный такой.
Я вижу, а я нет.
Он стоит среди деревьев.
Я вижу. Я не вижу. А с какой стороны? Стой. Ну я не вижу. Лешего. Значит, он там где-то.
The camera captures a chilling glimpse of a creature. After a tense moment, the father drives away, prioritizing safety and leaving the mystery behind. In a video posted on Exploring the Unknown, on September 5th, 2021, the narrator recalls a camping trip with their friend Katana in Michigan's remote backwoods. They planned for a peaceful escape into nature, but things took a strange turn. After driving through winding forest roads, they reach a secluded campsite with few other campers nearby. As night falls, they settle into their hammock, expecting a quiet night. But around midnight, they hear rustling outside. At first, they dismiss it as a small animal, but the eerie silence of the woods makes it feel closer and more unsettling. Before the trip, they had read reviews mentioning how wildlife in this area usually avoids humans, with past campers noting the strange lack of animal sounds. This makes the rustling even more suspicious. At 4 a.m., the noise grows louder. Then, the narrator wakes up to faint yelping sounds in the distance. They sit up, straining to hear the sounds, wondering if they're coming from a nearby campsite or an unfamiliar animal. They try to make sense of it, speculating it could be campers on the other side of the lake or the call of some animal. But the uncertainty of the source only heightens their fear. The noises continue to shift, leaving them confused and amplifying their sense of unease. As they listen further, the sound of footsteps blends with the distant yelping, creating a growing feeling of danger.
Shall we say something?
Hello?
That had to be another camper.
They start to wonder if someone is nearby, possibly moving toward them, but they see nothing to confirm it. After a tense few minutes, they debate whether to stay in the car, try to sleep, or leave. Ultimately, they decide staying is too risky. As they drive away, the uneasy feeling of being watched lingers, but they focus on getting to safety. Once back in town, relief washes over them, knowing they're surrounded by people again. A few days later, Katana's mother shares unsettling news. Reports of a couple found dead while camping in Michigan. The location isn't specified, but the coincidence is chilling. The narrator can't help but wonder if their strange experience was connected. This video is from the channel Dee's Dark Adventures, where Dee shares her camping trips, wilderness explorations, and paranormal experiences. In this particular video, something feels wrong in the forest. Dee is in a familiar spot, relaxing near a structure she's visited before, listening to the sounds of the woods. She hears faint noises, but nothing major. As the sun sets, the atmosphere starts to feel off. She hears quiet, deliberate footsteps, and the once peaceful woods start to feel oppressive. Sensing something is wrong, she ventures deeper into the forest. There, she finds a pile of cracked nutshells in an area without any nut trees, which feels suspiciously placed. She continues, but the uneasy feeling only grows. She hears more movement and tries to calm herself, unsure if it's an animal or something more sinister. The sounds intensify with a knocking like wood hitting wood, followed by rustling nearby. She knocks back, hoping for a response, but first there's only silence. Then something moves in the distance.
Who's up there? Who? Okay. Mister. Who's up there? Who?
A shadow moves between the trees, and for a moment, Dee is certain she's seen something. Was it just a trick of the light, or was something really moving through the forest? The tension in the video heightens as Dee decides to investigate further. The forest, now dimly lit by the fading sunlight, feels darker than usual. She glances at the camera, her voice softer, as if she's afraid of disturbing whatever might be out there. She begins to doubt whether staying is the right choice. The sounds around her grow louder and more persistent. While she's used to the usual sounds of nature, wind, birds, small animals, these noises don't seem natural. She hears something being thrown, perhaps rocks or branches, but can't see what's causing it. Then, out of the corner of her eye, she notices more movement.
Potato chip. Oh, wait a minute. Whoa, look. What's that? Oh my God. Way. Dude. Look. Huh? Look at him go. Sorry, I'm trying to host.
A large dark shape moves in the distance, but when she looks directly at it, it disappears. Caught between fear and curiosity, she wants to stay and investigate, but instinct urges her to leave. Deciding not to wait any longer, she chooses to leave, unwilling to stay and uncover what's hiding in the woods. An American couple parked their van near a shopping mall, hoping for a peaceful night.
Alright guys, no doubt about it, our scariest moment in the van. The voice is shaking, it's taken us a minute to get the camera.
In the middle of the night, a sudden banging on the window breaks their tranquility. Kurt yells at the intruder, desperate to shield his partner.
Oh, he almost got in. I'm shaking.
Me too.
Oh, our poor kitty cats have scared the daylights out of them.
Oh, wow. That was scary.
The intruder shatters the window and escapes, forcing the couple to quickly seal it up and find safety at a 24-hour truck stop where they can recover and fix the damage. Two friends set out to explore the woods at night, excited for an adventure. As they walked further into the forest, the person with the camera whispered about something strange ahead. Then, they heard a rustling sound, and the flashlight beam revealed this.
I told y'all there was something out here. That mother, dude. Holy. Hit that mother. Dude, I think you.
A shadowy figure emerged, looking almost human, but with a disturbing, supernatural appearance. 3 loud shots rang out, disrupting the quiet of the night. The creature swiftly vanished into the forest, clearly untouched by the missed shots. The Appalachian Mountains, known for their rich history and eerie legends, are more than just beautiful views. Stories of supernatural creatures like the Mothman, Wampus Cat, Raven Mocker, and others haunt these woods. The place is full of creepy tales that seem to go way back. But what happens when you find yourself alone deep in these spooky lands? On a cold winter day, January 22nd, 2024, Emily, a solo adventurer, is out hiking and exploring the Appalachian wilderness. She's far from any towns, just surrounded by nature. Her plan is to spend 2 nights at a remote lodge with a few other hikers. It's peaceful, the perfect escape. She's sharing her trip on TikTok, but tonight she captures something she never expected. As night falls, she gets ready for bed, enjoying the quiet of the mountains. But when she looks out the window, what she sees totally freezes her. A tall, thin figure is standing in the shadows, watching her. She hadn't seen anyone else earlier. Could it be another hiker at the lodge? But something about the way he's just standing there, staring, feels off. Emily calls out, but there's no answer. The person doesn't move, remaining completely still. That's when Emily decides to start recording this weird moment. The figure stays completely still, its gaze never leaving her. 15 minutes pass, and the unease grows stronger. Who is this person, and why are they just standing there watching her? Feeling more unsettled, Emily decides to call the lodge owners, who live just down the road, hoping they can explain what's going on. Themselves never to make that mistake again. TikToker. It's Louis Vuitton posted a mysterious video one night. He and his friend were driving when he noticed something unusual and decided recording. They talked about with one thinking it resembled a bug, but the idea didn't last long. Watch for yourself. Just as things start to get interesting, the video ended just getting strange, leaving the rest of the story unknown. On February 1st, 2023, YouTubers Mackie and Amanda ventured into the spooky tunnel in California, known for its past. The tunnel is believed to be the resting place of a girl who died on
I can see headlights.
Who was that? They just drove off. Didn't shout anything. Didn't ask if anyone's in here. Gave a couple knocks, shone the light in, and drove off.
Various circumstances. While exploring, they came across disturbing graffiti and a charred Polaroid photo. That's when they suddenly heard this. Chilling whisper goes through the tunnel. Despite their fear, they push forward, even after discovering the entrance is sealed from the inside. As they venture deeper, they hear what sounds like or perhaps a cry. After hearing the unsettling sounds, they decide it's best not to take more chances and quickly leave the eerie location. Could it simply be a person? Or is it something much more sinister? The trail cam footage was taken on a secluded path deep in the wood. When the owner, camping close by, watched the footage, he was shocked. Did you see the white, shadowy figure quickly moving through the woods? What do you think it is? Was meant to be a camping trip in a haunted forest turned into the most chilling night of their lives. While trying to unwind, unsettling noises and mysterious movements around their van gave them a spine-chilling sense of us. The eerie feeling intensified as they began to realize they weren't alone. something supernatural, remote forest, a family spots something strange in the
Ay, cabrón. Buenas noches.
The father slows down to get a better look at the
Buenas noches. Mira, mira, mira. Buenas noches, ¿qué hace aquí? ¿Quién es usted? ¿Cómo se llama? ¿Qué hace aquí? ¿Pero por qué? ¿Qué hace aquí? ¿Qué está haciendo aquí sola?
Que se largue.
Tranquila, tranquila. ¿Cómo se llama? Aquí está peligroso para que... Aquí está peligroso para que esté aquí.
sight. The camera captures a chilling glimpse of a creature. After a tense moment,
¿Cómo se llama? ¿Qué hace aquí? Aquí es peligroso.
Ya le dije que se largue.
Tranquila, 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 tranquila. Hola, cabrón. Tranquila, tranquila. ¡Ahora, güey! ¡Estás mamón! ¡Ay, güey! No mames, cabrón. No seas mamón. No mames. No mames, no mames. No. Hola, cabrón.
the father drove away, prizing safety and leaving the mystery behind. In a video posted exploring the unknown. On September 5th,
Just like randomly came up to us and asked if we were first person was veterans, and now he's driving around the parking lot. Dude, it's kind of creepy. So I let the security guards know, but he's out there just hovering around the parking lot. Oh man, that's a little unsettling. So I just turned the lights off. Oh my gosh, trying to cook dinner. This is crazy, Dave.
It's crazy. I know it is. The guy's racing around the parking lot.
Racing. So I just turned the lights off.
21, the narrator recalls a camping trip with their friend Katana.
That is the same one that was there earlier. The Ford that was there earlier that also kind of circled by. Black Ford Explorer. Oh my goodness gracious. I mean, I'm not sure if I'm just worrying too much or... Let's see.
I think we're gonna move it on.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have dinner.
I think we're gonna move it on.
And we're gonna move it on. You ready?
Oh yeah,
All right.
we're gonna move it on.
That's it. Dinner time and moving on.
Michigan's remote backwoods. Planned for a peaceful escape into nature, but things took a strange turn. After winding forest roads, they reach a secluded campsite with few other campers nearby. As night they settle into their expecting a quiet night. But at midnight, they hear rustling outside. First, they sit as a small animal, but the eerie silence of the woods feel closer, more unsettling. Before the trip, they had read reviews mentioning life in this area usually avoids humans, with past campers noting the strange, wondering coming from a nearby site or an unfamiliar animal. They try to make sense of it, speculating it could be campers, site of the lake, or the call of some animal, but the uncertainty of the source only heightens their fear. The news continue to shift, leaving them confused and amplifying a sense of unease. As they listen further, the sound of footsteps blends with the yelping, creating a growing of danger. They start to wonder if someone is nearby, possibly aboard them, but they see nothing to confirm it. After a tense few minutes, they debate whether to stay in the car, try to, or leave. Ultimately, staying is too risky. As they drive away, the feeling of being watched lingers, but focus on getting to safety. Once bound, relief washes over them, knowing they're surrounded by people again. A few days later, Katana's mother shares unsettling news. Report
Hi. Doing okay? Yes, I am.
I'm just kind of
water. And...
Oh, okay. Are you a ranger or?
No, I just live close.
Oh, okay.
So I kind of come out and check, make sure, because I know there's a lot of people that come out here that don't have a lot.
I'm fine right now. I don't know if I'll stay here, but I just wanted to check it out and see. It's pretty hot though.
Do you do this, like, is this what you do for a living? Do you like travel around or what?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah?
Yep.
So how long have you been doing this for?
I've been in the van for like almost a year, last November, so getting close. But I was traveling around in my car since 2020, so it's been a while.
Just so you know, so you're not worried, I drive by when I'm here. I actually work in Colorado. I live here, like a mile and a half from here.
Okay.
And so I kind of drive through when I'm here, just checking on people, making sure they got water, got what they need.
Cool.
So if you do stay, I'll see you again, but that's all I'm doing.
Right.
Nothing spooky.
Okay. Well, and what is your name?
Johnny. If you need water, I have a hose outside that runs all the time. You're willing to stop there, fill your water jugs, whatever you need. And those that I get to know well enough that I trust, they're welcome to actually come in and use the shower a couple times a week. I'm not home. My wife is. My children are. So if you need a shower, you're welcome to, come by. Probably would work better since you're a female. It would probably work better if you came by while I was there a couple of times. Just so my wife gets to know you, so she doesn't think there's something stupid going on.
Right.
Couple found dead while camping in Michigan. The location isn't specified. The coincidence is chilling. Narrator can't help but wonder if their strange experience was connected. This video is from the channel Dee's Darkers, where Dee shares her camping trips, wilderness explorations, and normal experiences. In this particular video, something wrong in the forest. Dee is in a spot, relaxing near a structure she's visited before, listening to the sounds of the woods. Faint noises, but nothing major. As sun sets, the atmosphere starts to feel. She hears quiet, deliberate footsteps. The once peaceful woods start to feel oppressive. Something is wrong. Ventures deeper into the forest.
Hi.
Hey.
Hi.
So, you have a guy
Uh-huh.
on the mountain up there that is watching you with binoculars.
Okay, well, that's unnerving. Well, I guess I won't be staying.
Well, it's not that you can't stay. Just, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
The other side of the mountain is safer.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
He's driving a older Dodge pickup. And he told me he comes out here and offers water
Uh-huh.
to people. But I would stay away from him. He told me he parks up there and looks around to see who might need water, who might need this, who might need that. And I was like, underneath the tree?
I'm right in the tree view, so.
All right, come out here and I'll show you. Just so you know.
Yeah, it's also just odd that there's not really anybody out here.
Get a good description of that truck.
It was a white truck.
It's white and burgundy.
Let's put my laundry away. It's always easier to do housekeeping out in the open rather than in the city somewhere. So just. Do you need anything?
No.
Okay.
No.
She finds a pile of cracked nutshells in an area without any nut trees, which feels loosely placed. She continues, But the uneasy feeling only grows. She hears more movement and tries to calm herself, unsure if it's an animal or something more. The sounds intensify, knocking like wood hitting wood, followed by rustling nearby. She knocks back, hope for a response, but first there's only silence. Then something moves in the distance. A shadow moves between the trees, and for a moment, Dee is certain she's something. Was it just a trick of the light, or was something really moving through the forest? The tension in the video heightens as Dee decides to investigate. The forest, now dimly lit by the fading sunlight, feels darker than usual. She glances at the camera, her voice softer, sound. Meet Kat, a nature lover who finds her true peace in the great outdoors. Whether it's wild camping, bushcrafting, or foraging, she embraces the solitude and beauty that nature offers. On her YouTube channel, Wildcat Adventures, she shares her joyful experiences, taking viewers along as she explores the wilderness. In this video, Kat embarks on a new adventure, hiking deep into the Peak District, a rugged and stunning region in central northern England, looking for an abandoned mountain house to spend the night. What starts as an exciting journey quickly takes an unexpected turn, as the old cottage may not be as ordinary as it appears. It's March 6th, 2025, and with everything packed for the night ahead and her spirits high, Kat starts her trek through the woods, eager for the adventure. The weather is perfect, with crisp air, and as she follows the winding trail, she feels like nothing could spoil her excitement.
Right, just got to walk up this hill, through the woodland, and find the body. Rumour has it this might have been a former cult hangout when it was originally built. Got a few holes in the roof. A bit ominous, doesn't it? See if anyone's home. Cult. Always a welcoming sign.
Kat arrives at the house, and although it gives off a creepy atmosphere, it doesn't affect her excitement. The thought of staying the night in such a secluded spot only fuels her adventurous spirit. Eager to make the most of her time, she quickly starts preparing the area, setting up her gear while there's still daylight left.
First job, I think, is fix the windows. Second job, fix the roof. Third job, go and get some wood. This is still working. That's not looking too bad, is it?
With everything set up for the night, Kat feels a sense of satisfaction as the sun starts to set. The fire crackles, casting a warm glow and filling the air with heat, creating a cozy atmosphere. She sits back, enjoys her dinner, and lets the peace of the moment sink in. But as the night goes on and the darkness deepens, her sense of comfort begins to change. A subtle unease starts to creep in, and she can't shake the feeling that something's off about the place. The once familiar and peaceful surroundings now seem to have an unsettling presence, though she can't quite figure out why.
Right, good. I recommend. Time's about 10 o'clock. It's pitch black in here. It does feel a bit spooky. I've really been on the phone to my friend for quite a long time just to take the edge off the quiet darkness. It's a good job I'm used to this stuff, because I would freak the hell out otherwise. I don't recommend this place if you're a first time camper. It is freaky in here. Yeah, but I'm going to put something on the Kindle anyway and go and get in bed. Right then, all in bed. Hopefully I'll be alright. And I will see you in the morning. Night.
As the night went on, Kat's sense of comfort completely vanished. She started hearing strange, unexplainable sounds that only made her feel more uneasy. It felt like someone was watching her, keeping her on edge all night. The most unsettling part was when she discovered a few pages of a Bible, burned and singed as if someone had purposely set them on fire. Even though the discomfort was growing, Kat didn't feel like leaving in the middle of the night. She chose to stay, hoping things would calm down. After a long, reassuring chat with a friend, she tried to ignore the unease and crawled into her sleeping bag, hoping sleep would ease her anxiety. But even as she got tired, the feeling that something was wrong wouldn't go away. The unease stuck with her, and though she managed to get through the night, she couldn't stop wondering about the strange events that had unfolded.
It's nice to be outside in the sunshine. That place, honestly, as soon as you step inside, it's got such a heavy atmosphere. And then I came out like during the night, and even though it's dark outside, I was like, oh. Yeah, definitely will not be camping in this place again. No way. Even now, I've got this sensation of being watched from the doorway. Yeah, it had me on edge. Had me on edge, this place. All night I was just like looking about and looking for shadows and listening for noises, and yeah, not what you want when you're on your own. But stuff up here, honestly. I mean, who draws this stuff? All packed up, ready to go. I keep looking at that corner, like all night. That was the corner that kind of gave me the heebie-jeebies. This place, honestly, once it goes dark, you know, obviously nothing good if you're burning the Bible. So yeah, anything that's here, you're not allowed to follow me home, okay? I wish you well. Thank you for letting me use the place, but you're staying here and I'm going home and you can't follow me. Don't know if I believe in this stuff, but it can't hurt to, you know, say these things, can it?
Feeling relieved that her unsettling adventure was finally over, Kat packed up her things and headed out of the forest, eager to leave the creepy mountain cottage behind. Though she usually didn't buy into the mysteries between the living and the dead, this night had made her question everything. There was definitely something strange about that place, something she couldn't put into words. The eerie sounds, the sensation of being watched, and the burned Bible pages left her with more questions than answers. One thing was for sure, she would never return to that creepy house. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can stay updated with our latest videos.